Alrighty. Get this all. Oop. Let me do that. Get that refreshed. That's refreshed. That's good to go. Where's the game? Making the announcements now. While they do that, let's get stretched out, get comfortable. We are about to see some fun, I do believe, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we are countdown to face off as we get out of Carolina, putting the hammer down on New Jersey in New Jersey, heading back to Carolina up 3-1. I think that's it. I gave the Devils a game. I thought they would surprise us on the first game and then lose 4 in a row. Turns out they surprised us on the third game, and mostly Carolina's 5-on-5 surprised us in the third game. They didn't score a goal. But again, the lack of power play goals for New Jersey bites them in the ass, man. I think they had 3, let's see, 5, 3, 2 and 2. I think they're 0 for 12. You're not going to win playoff series like that. Just ask the Panthers from 23 in the finals. 0 for 15. Vegas, baby. You know what it is. Hey, thanks for the sub. I didn't even know I had a sub alert. That's good to know. But hey, I appreciate you. Thank you for the sub. Inching closer to 100. Playoffs have been awesome for that. I appreciate all the support. Wait for it. Wait for it. Nice. Should probably turn that down a little bit. It's probably still a little too loud. Gotta be careful with the audio coming through. No, that's actually sweet. I didn't know I had any kind of alerts set up. Had to do it at some time. You know, don't drink and stream, but and oh, Canada. 3 away from 100. We're getting there. We are definitely getting there. All right. Give me a second to refill while we get started here. Saw you level up last night, man. Got a new level today. Also nice. Yeah, dude. It was like 2 days, probably like 4 or 5 fish baskets. Took some time, but I just sat here playing between periods during intermission, and then last night played a little bit extra. And yeah, I just kind of zoned out. I'm up to 80K, which is nice. That's very nice. One sec, let me grab some water. The best nude. Sorry, the best news that Washington could get. And just chilling with bottom rods, doing other shit until the bell goes off. Nice. Yeah, I got my 2 float rods, and then I just cast out and reel in. And like I said, during the intermission is fun because I just talk about hockey and space out while I do that. And then while I'm just sitting here by myself, I'm usually just kind of baked out. Got, look, I believe in immediate icing. But yeah, I'm just baked out and chilling, doing nothing. Dude, Anderson started with Wilson at the beginning. And then, yeah, Anderson deserves everything that comes his way. He was doing all kinds of bullshit. And then Dub, like that, he made a piece of shit decision trying to. I should probably watch my swearing this early, sorry. But he made a bad decision cutting across the Capitals, which he didn't need to do. Welcome back, Bobby. Caps controlling in the Montreal zone. Puck in the high corner. Trying to work his way back. Throws it towards the net. Goes around. Caps not able to get the puck out to the front of the net. There's a good hit by Wilson. Expect a lot of that. Expect a lot of that. Matheson from behind his own net. Takes the high road to get it across the blue line. Caps take it. Big hit. I don't know who just took that shot, but his stick damn near went up and out of play. That was wild. I think that was Duhamel that he went against the boards and chucked his stick. Dowd gets it deep for the Capitals. Ooh, good hit. Puck to the middle. And Ovechkin whiffed on the shot. Big chance for him, and he misses. Carlson back with Chikrin. Chikrin gets it into the zone, but misses the connection on Ovi. Chikrin has to send it deep as Ovi clears. Strome has it. Caps able to keep it in. Low point. Van Riemsdyk gets it deep. Canadiens get it to the low corner in the Capital or in their own zone. Evans is going to send it behind his own net. Matheson behind his own cage, waiting, trying to figure out what the hell Montreal is going to do. 2.5 minutes in, no shots on net yet. And the deep pitch worse going off the hand. Cross to the high point, big shot. Oh, and we got a penalty. First one going to Alexiev for absolutely dumping, dude. Who was that? Heineman. Alexiev just straight dumped Heineman. Dude, that swing and miss by Ovechkin is rough. He had a great opportunity. Savard sends it, and as he does, you just see. That's a trip. Can't shove your knee. You can't leg them. Get your knee under them and then rip them down. No matter what the man said about your mother. Roughly 17 and a quarter to go in the first. 2-minute power play to Montreal. Canadiens win it. Big shot. Big stop. Who was that? Duhamey with a big stop. Montreal all the way back behind their own net. Leaving it back. Into the zone. Up the low wall. Down to the low baseline. Trying to get back to the point. A stick slows the puck down. Wilson's able to get to it and get it out. Reset for the Canadiens. Somehow that wasn't offside. I'm not really sure how, but it doesn't matter. Puck goes all the way down. Sorry, not all the way down, but out of the zone. Now it goes all the way down. No, sends it around his own net. Minute gone in the Canadiens power play. Matheson pitches it back. Entering the zone. Canadiens down the low wall. Pitches it back to the low point. All the way down, trying to get it behind the net. Get it to the high corner, but a good hit just flattened, old boy. That was Heineman just got plastered. Either Heineman or Savard. It was Heineman. Here we go, trying it again. Matheson leaves it back behind himself. Flying in across the blue line. Up to the top of the high circle, down. Oh, misconnection on the high baseline. Carlson's going to almost get it clear. He ends up hitting Tom Wilson in the skate, but they do get it clear, and we are back to full strength. Nothing going on the Montreal power play. No shots on goal. 5 minutes into the first, shots are one apiece with no score. So far, nobody really taking control either way. Washington looking much more one and done, while Montreal's had a couple of moments to set up. Big shot. Logan Thompson sends to the corner. Capitals head back the other way. Ooh, a nice little bit of contact there. Goalie resetting from his own net, waiting for the change. Starting to move the puck up. I still don't know how to call that guy's name, so he's X from now on. 72 is X. We're just going to save myself the headache of trying to remember how to pronounce it. Yeah, that was a great block. And then Anderson lines up Dubois and he ended up getting out of it okay. He was able to slide through the hit, but it was a good one. Puck to the high point, down to the net, and stopped by Logan Thompson. Another face-off in the Washington zone. 6 minutes gone in the first period. And not a whole lot of action. Ooh, Caps. Okay, that was just a confusing play to me. I almost called that way off, and then the Caps are way offside. He knew it as soon as he did it. Chikrin tried to send the puck back, and he kind of left it frozen as he skated into the zone. All right, so far, pretty good game. Nothing really going. Neither goalie has been challenged. Granted, it's only a couple of minutes in. Or what are we at? Did I just say 6 minutes? Yeah, just over 6 minutes in. Don't know what to expect yet, really. Thought Capitals would be coming out a lot more aggressive than they are right now. Thought the Canadiens would at least try to keep up the same energy that they had last game. And I thought Washington would come in and kind of show them how it's properly done. And that's not how this is going at all. So now I'm starting to think that both sides after the brawl got a warning. And neither side wants to deal with whatever the consequences of that warning is. Ugh. Big stretch. That's something, again, on these weekends especially, got to start doing more of. When these commercials hit, gonna start standing up and stretching and doing something to get the blood flowing. Start encouraging everybody to do it with me, because we gotta stop being, at least I gotta stop being a slob on the chair. Did really good with not doing that, but lately it's been tough, just been sitting here for so long. So we're going to start fixing that between games and between periods, during commercial breaks, all kinds of stuff like that. Plus, it's just not a bad idea to get up and get the blood moving every now and then. And these commercial breaks suck. Dude, Tom Wilson, wah, wah. One of the funniest things I've seen in hockey in a long time. I love it. I love it. Wind's picking up pretty good out there. Canadians not able to get it through neutral. Oh, Chikrin had an opportunity to get up the ice, but I think it was Gallagher, that shut him down. Wilson can't quite thread the needle. Canadians from their own zone, tapped in by Gallagher. LT behind his own net. Chikrin plays it up the wall as he gets hit, and the puck goes in. And Novus gonna cover it up. Goalie's going at Wilson. Wilson's, again, he has actually been fairly okay. Game 3, I don't put on Tom Wilson. I put it on Anderson all the way. Montreal wanted the shit. They wanted the heat or the smoke. Dude, Strome putting LT out was insane. Dude, I guarantee you LT's hurt, but he was not about to be taken out of the playoffs again when he thinks he is the better goalie, and he 100% is. Canadians get it all the way back. Sandin. Sandin. I keep forgetting that it's Sandin. Big shot, misses the net. What a great opportunity right there for Strome. Washington kicks it up to the high point, and Ovechkin misses the hit, almost goes into the Montreal board. Fantastic. Oh, that was so good to watch. He lined him up. Dude got out of the way. And next thing you know, he's head first. Still, my favorite missed check ever is it was Trouba. I want to say last year. It could have been 23, but I'm almost positive it was last year. Went for a hit as the guy fell to the ice. So as he goes in, his legs get taken out, and there's a picture of. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Hang on. One of the greatest hockey pictures in the world. Hang on. I know the game's going, but. One of the greatest hockey pictures ever. He went down as the hit comes in. And Trouba ends up perfectly flat, going face first into the boards. I mean, what a shot, right? One of my favorite things I've ever seen. Oh, that was going at Natchez, wasn't it? That was going at Natchez. Unbelievable. All right, so we're at 11.5 to go in the first. Shots are 3-1 Montreal. Washington having some opportunities, just not connecting with the puck. Getting set up and whiffing. Getting set up and just full on missing. Caps get into the Montreal zone. Ovechkin trying to get across the ice. Puck ends up going the other way. Mangiapane able to get it deep. Trying to get it out to the front. Capitals send it all the way back to LT. Van Riemsdyk down in his own zone, sending it around, up the boards. Caps tip it deep. Dobas plays it behind him. Gonna go down to the low wall, and Montreal is out. Waugh. Or Roy. I guess it is Roy. I'm so used to Nick Waugh. Oh, bad turnover right here. Caps in. Big shot, but a good stick by Savard to fight the puck off. Big crunching hit. McMichael goes down hard. It looked like he put his hand to his face, so I'm curious if he did actually end up getting touched. I think LT was waiting for an icing, but he covers it up. Caps all won a penalty for that hit. Let's see it. Like I said, it looked like he started holding his face, so I'm curious if he got hit high. Why are we showing what happened in Game 3? Show the replay we just saw. You got everybody complaining about a hit that happened, and instead of showing the hit, they go to the preset replay. Like, learn to go on the fly, man. That should have been a replay about the hit that everybody's bitching about. Roy just came in, delivered a big hit check on the red line. LT to go up the glass and around. Dubois gets it in with, ooh, big shot. He said it. Who is that? It is Carrier, isn't it? Oh, big swing on and miss by the Capitals off the side of the empty net with absolute chaos happening in front. Bavelier, not Carrier, Bavelier. I got to remember that, man. I said these names are getting all mangled together with the numbers. $8:50 to go in the first. Shots are 3-2 Montreal. Matheson from behind his own net. Kicks it to the right. It's fed all the way down behind Logan Thompson. Puck played all the way back up. Tried to settle as it came in. Ooh, Dove's not able to cover it up. A little bit of contact, and we got a hit. I think we got a high hit. It's an interference call on Gooley. It's Gooley on Duhamey. I mean, interference, okay. He basically turned around and punched him in the face. Again, I want to see that hit down low. I don't know who it was against and who made the hit, but there was massive contact down low. Whoever the Cap player was immediately grabbing his head or grabbing his face. So I don't know if he was hit high, but I'd like to see it. They decide not to show a replay. But either way, we got Montreal going to the box. We'll see how Dobis does against the Washington power play. So far, it's been a decent game. It hasn't been a very exciting game. Not the most fun game to watch, especially considering the games that we've had today, man. We already had, even though the first game was a whooping, we've had two really fun games to watch for sure. So this one, not going to lie, dragging ass just a little bit. But as the day goes on, again, we may start seeing the fireworks. We may never see them just because both teams more than likely got a warning. When both sides get fined, you can expect both sides to end up having a warning not to do that shit again. So, like I said, we'll see. These commercial breaks. So I'm still expecting Washington to 4-1, 4-2. Expecting, and then like I said, I think Edmonton's gonna whip the shit out of LA tonight, just because it's game 2 in Edmonton. I mean, all right, puck all the way behind Dobis. Caps control and get it up the high wall. Ovechkin able to stop it at the high point. Sends it back down and around. Strome plays it up to Carlson. Carlson throws it in the middle to Wilson. Wilson to Strome. Top of the low circle. Bottom of the low circle. Gets across. Big shot. Big save. The Montreal backup earning his keep early. Making a great stop from the close shot to the right side on the back door. Minute and a quarter to go in the power play. Wilson gets it deep, but Montreal takes it and sends it right back down. Chikrin gets it in. He plays it down to Wilson. Misconnection. Right back out. Oh, we've got it. Caulfield. Oh, that's not Caulfield. That was 17. I thought it was 13, but no go. Back the other way. That was Anderson. The Habs shutting down the Capitals power play. Very fun to watch them because Capitals are pretty freaking good. They got a particular guy on the team. I don't know if you've heard of him, but Mr. Ovechkin seems to be pretty good on the power play when it comes to scoring. And Minnesota just made him a non-entity. 5 seconds left. Coming around. Mangiapane sends it behind the net. The ball trying to feed it back to the corner. Mangiapane gets his ass beat. The ball able to get the puck out front. It tips. That was an early whistle. That was a very, very fast whistle by the referee. Wilson put it off the outside post. It was a great pass for Chikrin. I thought Dobis made the save, but he definitely did not. And then Carlson did a great job getting back on Anderson. 6:16 to go in the first. We are back to full strength. Shots are 4 apiece, dude. Almost 6 minutes left. Just over 6 minutes left in the period. And shots are 4-4. That is wild in this series. And it may not be that crazy, but just thinking through the series, that's wild to me. The shots just aren't getting to the goalies. Had a couple of good saves by the goaltenders, but right there, tip goes wide. Capitals just having fun in the Montreal zone before finally Canadiens get it out. Puck goes deep into the low corner in the Habs zone. Going for the hit, everybody misses. Puck hits out. Ooh, little bit of a mix-up, and Capitals end up with it. Oh, what the hell's going on with my shoulder? That was just a weird pain to suddenly start feeling. Oof. All the way back down. Hudson works it up. Misses Caulfield, and icing on Montreal. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I've been here for a while, but this feels like a long first period, and it really hasn't been. Five minutes to go in the first. Face off to the right of Dobis. I don't know exactly how they're pronouncing his name. My bad. Dobis. I go back and forth. And the puck goes Montreal's favor. All right, let's see if we get a neutral zone battle. If we actually get... Oh, there we go. Caulfield trying to set up. He probably should have just shot the puck. Big pass, big save, LT. Another backhand misses the net. Holy shit. Suzuki down the corner fighting for it. And the Caps finally get it out. Montreal is going to get it right back in, though. Big shot from the point, misses the net. Suzuki trying to backhand it in front, can't get through the defense. Alexiev gets it up and out. Oh, good stick. Sends it back the other way, but that should be an icing. And it is. Another face-off in front of Logan Thompson. Under 4 minutes to go in the first. Finally, we're starting to get some exciting action. Carlson just completely missed the puck. He got lucky that Chikrin's as fast as he is. And then, did that go off the outside of the net? Nope. LT got over, got his skate against the bar, and got his pad on the ice. Made a great save right there. Capitals sent it the other way. Canadiens dump it right back in. Ooh, a whiff trying to get it around the board. Finally, the Caps get it out. Oh, that should be interference, and it is. Absolutely. X there is going to sit and look confused, but that was 100% interference as far as I'm concerned. That puck is way gone. Alexiev's trying to go around him. If he'd have just kind of put a little pressure, it's one thing, but he tucked up and put his shoulder on him. So I got to call that 100%. All right, commercial. Ooh, sorry for the whistle. Commercial, time to stretch. Get the good old flamingos going. Oh, I gotta admit, that actually does feel really good. If you haven't gotten up and stretched in a while, ooh, that feels fantastic. Oh, yeah. All right. Good old fashioned touch your toes. Oh, probably should actually throw on some shorts because it's starting to get warm. It was nice and chilly today. Let's do that. Ooh, much better. Now we got a little bit of cool air. All right, we're back. I'm going to sit down in just a second here as we get ready. All right. Carlson from his own zone turns around and sends it back. Wow, that's actually, I'm going to have to change my shirt too. I'll tell you what, we'll do that as soon as the power play is over. I'm changing my shirt. This thing is not very breathable. Oh, Canadiens not able to clear. Chikrin battling on, gets down the low wall, low dot, shot, big save. Dobis Backup goalie for Montreal doing a fantastic job so far. And the Canadiens send it all the way down the ice. 45 seconds to go on the power play. 2.25 to go in the first. Dubois across the line. Throws it deep. All the way around to the low point. Ooh, goes down low. Misses everybody. Savard's going to get it out and all the way back down. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Sandin. Ovechkin shoots it, kick save. And they got it clear, and we got out of that power play. Montreal, good job on the penalty kill. That's 2 penalty kills where they gave up 1 shot total, I believe. Carrier in, trying to get up high. Oh, that's not Carrier. That's Hudson. Thought I saw 45, saw 48. Capitals, Roy gets it out. Resetting in neutral. Canadiens get it deep. They're chasing. And Capitals are going to get it right back out. 45 seconds to go. And we've got an offsides on the Capitals. And now Dowd and Gallagher going at it. Little bit of fun to watch there. Counting down to the end of the first period, and this has been a little bit of a sleeper. I am not going to lie to you guys. I was expecting a lot more from both sides. I was expecting Montreal to recognize the game that they're going to be forced to play, and I was expecting Washington to get pissed off about the last game and come out ready to go. It hasn't happened either way. So, little disappointed. Again, I think both sides got a warning, and that's why we're seeing it be a little bit more level-headed. Of course, Radish and Slavkovsky are causing problems, but puck goes all the way down behind Logan Thompson. 40 seconds to go in the first period. Dowd gets it out to the middle. Chuck deep. Ooh, and a big hit on Hudson, but he gets it high. Can't get it clear, though. 20 seconds to go. Montreal trying to get the puck out of their zone. Big hit. Down low, but the Caps end up getting the worst of it. Who was that? That was either Dowd or Carlson. I couldn't see who made the hit. All right, we got another stoppage with 3.7 to go in the first. They're splitting up Dowd and Gooley. Okay, here the chippiness is finally starting again. Dude, that shit was funny. Ovechkin had Dowd lined up, dude. And not Dowd. Fuck, I just saw it. But Ovechkin had Carrier lined up. And he missed that hit so bad, went right into the bench and just straight up face planted into Savard's chest. Hysterical. .7 to go in the first period. Face off, and we are in to intermission. So as of right now, Montreal is impressing the hell out of me. Washington really isn't. Both sides seem neutered compared to the last game, which You can expect, because again, I guarantee you they both got warned. So, it is what it is at this point. Just kind of a boring game. But as of right now, we're going to take a couple of minutes. Good time to grab a drink, grab a snack, hit the head, hit your spouse, hide the body, confess to the police. I ran out of jokes, so we're just going to end it with that. Let's see. End of the first intermission. No score. Shots are 7-5 Capitals. And we will be back. Timer is up on the intermission screen. If you want to just check back in a little bit, we got about 16 and a half minutes left. And we will see you on the other side of intermission. Cheers, y'all. Alrighty, we're going to come back a few minutes early. Hang out for a couple while we wait for them to get back. See what's going on in the fishing world. Where's my Steam? Need CG to get on here so that we can get into talking food again. I actually got the pictures all ready to go. Oh, excuse me. So, oh, hide the timer. Apparently, I didn't start it. Huh. I thought I did. Alright. We'll just throw a couple basic casts out. Not get too into it just while we are waiting for the game to get back. So far, from what I've seen, I'm not too worried about it. So far from what I've seen, neither side is having any success on the power play. I mean, not really a whole lot of shots coming on the power play, so both of them need a little bit of work on that because there are going to be plenty of more penalties coming. Hits are 14-11 Washington. See, again, Montreal needs to come out the way they did last game and play the way they did last game. However, again, if they got a warning, then they're a little afraid to. But also, it's hard to keep that up for multiple games. It just is. You know, Washington's taking advantage of their chances to hit while playing hockey. Last game, Montreal had very little interest in playing hockey. They just wanted to hit everything, and it ended up working. So we'll see what decision they make for the second period. Do they want to go back to that? Because I said it's a little bit risky, but it's what got you the win. So they've got to at least be somewhat more physical at some point. 11 hits, you know, ending with less than 40 hits isn't going to cut it against Washington. But it has been, I mean, it's been a fair enough game. LT looks good. Dobis for Montreal, their backup goalie, I am very impressed with. He has done a very good job so far under decent pressure. It hasn't been too crazy. Shots are 6-5. But to be fair to Montreal, most of those 5 shots have been very good quality chances. And Dobies has been solid in shutting them down. Oop. Caulfield and Gallagher being a nuisance. We're seeing Hudson a lot. Trying to think for Montreal. Suzuki's getting deep in there. Newhook has been very active. Hey, there we go. Actually, I like that emoji. No, they're 72. I can't pronounce his name for Montreal. Savard, Hudson, Carrier, and Gouli. All 6 defensemen have been very involved for the entirety of the game. They keep finding their way down low. And they're having profound effects on this game. We'll see if they can keep it up. Because, again, if the defensemen from Montreal just keep diving in, eventually they're going to have no gas or they're going to get caught where they shouldn't be. So, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what the game plan would look like from either side. And the reality is take advantage of your opportunities. That's about it. Neutrals, one of the teams eventually is going to get control over the neutral zone. As of right now, neither team has the ability to do anything between the red lines or between the blue lines. Both sides are entering the zone very easily. Kind of a coin toss as to whether any control comes out of it. Like I said, for 20 minutes and only 11 shots, that is somewhat surprising from these two teams in Game 4. Chippiness is there. Got a little bit of back and forth after every whistle. You see it? Oh, shit, they started up, and it's my thing didn't load. Hang on. Got to get this in so I could quit. That's on me, y'all. Apparently, my screen is frozen. My feed is frozen, and I didn't realize that. So, shame on me. Let's get it reeled in. Boom. What a shame, dude. All right. We're back to live. Sorry, y'all. I don't know why the feed decided it wanted to stop working. So catching the biggest sturgeon on sand. No kid. Keep getting a new personal record. I'm short by like a pound. Damn. Right on. I said I am not leaving Falcon Lake until I absolutely have to for equipment. And then once I do, I'm repairing everything and going right back till I get a couple 100,000. I'm just going to grind it out. And it's probably going to take a couple of weeks. But then once I have enough money, I'll start spending it on the gear. Capitals dump it in from neutral. They're going to control in the high corner. Strome gets it to the middle. Caps do a good job controlling the puck out. Dump deep in. Rory gets it around. Ooh. Little bit of a tumble there for a goalie. Oh, good pressure, but the puck still comes all the way, and Washington scores. Good pressure to take the chance for a decent shot away. Puck finds its way to Dobis, and he just lightly pats it off. He just lightly kicks it off instead of covering it. Bavelier comes in battling. He gets the kick save, but he needed to cover that because Strome chases it in and gets a good backhand to get the first goal. Back from all little shop, little pizza bread, pudding, blackberry lemonade. Right on, Jesus. That sounds nice. Dude, you're having blackberry lemonade. Demi was having tequila with blueberry lemonade. I'm just thinking I need to get some lemonade. So at the point where you go to San Joaquin, I think level 40, you get what you need. Word. I said, I'm not too worried about it because I just need to get money. I just want a whole bunch of money. Puck going all the way around. Low point. Battling behind the net. Chikrin gets it free. It ends up at the high point. Savard keeps it in. Gets it to the high point. Sorry. Circling around. He cuts up. Big shot. Hits bodies out front. Savard with it. He throws it down low. Dowd working up the wall. Chikrin gets a stick on it. Montreal keeps it in. Down to the low corner. Working. Trying to get it behind the net. Chikrin can't get it up the wall. Little turn and shoot. Misses by a mile. Dowd battling in the high corner. Dude, Capitals finally get it out. Everybody goes for a change. Evans hits the red line. Pitches it forward. Montreal into the zone. Puck to the high corner. Damadov and Evans play it around. High point, circling up the wall. Big shot, swing and a miss as his stick breaks. Matheson, the unfortunate twig snap. Mangiapane all the way, chases the puck down into the Canadian zone. Lot of space, but now the bodies collect. Eller's trying to get it deep. Mangiapane, Leonard, Mangiapane up to the high point. Van Riemsdyk gets it deep. Eller's down behind the net. Mangiapane gets it to the point. All the way down, circling around. Leonard looking. Leaves it back to Strome. Strome in the middle of the ice up high. Hits a stick and the puck goes out of play. All righty. So in the first 4 minutes, we've already got a little bit of excitement. Something that the first period didn't offer a lot of till right at the end there. Let me get the phone charging so I can keep my cheat sheet around. Oh, we're talking Fishing Planet. That fishing game that I played during some of the intermissions. Oh no, why isn't my phone charging? There it goes. All right, Canadiens into the cap zone. Trying to get it across the ice. Can't. He's going to try and go low. It comes back up the low wall. Strome gets it. Across the red line. Gets it across. It's a good feed, but just tipped forward. Level 40 whiskey. Oh, yeah. Kayak, bigger fish net, and 2 bottom rods. You stack money, word. I have to get stronger rods. For sure. But yeah, but Jesus, it's funny. Little over 900K now. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, the conversation, Jesus, used to always be Escape from Tarkov, but now it's just Fishing Planet, man. It's like I don't really need much. I just need something with a number. Like when I play games, I just need something with a number that I can make go up. But there's a risk of making go down. And so, like, you know, it's literally monkey brain, see number go up, make Timmy do a hoo-ha. And I'm happy, you know. And so, like I said, EFT first, and now Fishing Planet is the obsession. Capitals, Montreal. Dude, everybody's battling. I don't know what to call out. 5 different people hit the puck. It moved 4 feet. Big shot. Gallagher came in. Pretty uncontested. Takes a shot from out high and misses. Uh-oh. Damn, he just dropped, oh boy. I think that's Matheson that just lost the stick. Are we getting an interference penalty? Nope, we got a high stick. Show that again. I don't think the stick actually hit Dubois' face. I could be wrong, but that did not look like it actually hit him. It looked like he threw his head back like it did, but it never actually touched him. Yeah. See, I really didn't think that was a high stick. It didn't look like the stick hit him. It looked like he threw his head back like Marchment and pretended it hit him. Strome, big diving play, makes a great save. And we've got another high stick. He went and just, like, that was Matheson went and dove on Strom's stick. And then okay, it was played with the high stick. I thought they were calling a penalty because I saw the ref call it. And that always makes me think, like, they need different signals for played with the high stick versus hit somebody in the head with the high stick. Washington was offside. I got to admit, I didn't see it. But now you've got a high, played with a high stick and an offside on Washington back to back. Another face-off in neutral zone. Washington's already 0 for 2 on the power play. So, this isn't a great look. Caps win and Ovechkin gets it back. Tipped in. Chikrin kicks it down the low wall. Ovechkin sends it out up high. From the point, Carlson kicks it out to the low wall, or high wall. Big shot from the high circle. Ovechkin sends it down low. Wilson sends it all the way around to Strome. Carlson sends it backwards. It ends up not going out. It finally goes out. Carlson putting up a fight from laying on the ice. What an effort. 50 seconds to go in the power play as Strome enters the zone. He kicks it over to Chikrin. Ovechkin gets a second chance at it off the stick. And you got a penalty on Montreal. We're going 5-on-3 as Wilson goes hard into the boards. 5-on-3 for 44 seconds with 13:49 on the clock in the second period. It's going to be a hook. I don't agree with that's 2 calls in a row in Washington's favor that I absolutely disagree with. How that was an obnoxious call. The crowd chanting "Ref, you suck," which is 100% deserved. That was in no way, in my opinion, a hooking that should have been called. It wasn't a hook, plain and simple. So of course it shouldn't have been called. That is obnoxious, especially now at this time in the game. To call something a little ticky-tack like that. Basically a fabricated call. So, here it goes. Washington about to go up 2-0. 13:49 in the second. Shots are 11-5 Capitals. Face off to the left of Dobis. Capitals have it. Ovechkin with the shot. Goes off a skate. Back to Chikrin. He goes back to Ovechkin. Back to Chikrin at the high dot. Bottom of the high circle. All the way across. Carlson can't bury it. Strome. Chikrin. Strome. Bottom of the circle. Chikrin. Strome. Tries to throw it across and from his seat. Big play by the Canadiens. Matheson has been a huge attribute to the Canadiens all series. And he does it again. Ovechkin to the low circle. A good stick. Oh, but he gets through from behind the net. Strome looking. Dvorak's out. We're back to 5-on-4 for 1:10. Another pass across. And Carlson can't send it home. Wilson. Carlson up top. Tries to get the shot down low, and it does not connect. 55 seconds to go on the extra man advantage as Logan Thompson sets it up for Carlson behind his net. Carlson leaves it back. McMichael across the ice. Dubois up. Offsides. Mangiapane tries to come in, but McMichael unable to stop. Goes offsides. Capitals just... Dude, you know what? I really like Montembeault. Shout out to this goalie. He has absolutely been fantastic under the pressure, and he has kept it down to a 1-0 game. Now, granted, the one that came in my opinion, he should have iced it, but didn't try, and then gave it a light kick that put it right in the position to be scored on. So he did a good job, but he was a little active in his own beat. But besides that, he's been fantastic. Montreal ends up with the face-off. They're going to send it deep. Off the wall, right back to LT. Canadiens are not holding back. They are putting on a lot of pressure. They fight back in the capital zone. Anderson being the gnat that he's been all series. Ooh, good little fake. Sandin sends it in. Carrier has it. 7 seconds as Carrier sends it the length of the ice. Anderson ends up picking it up. We're back to full strength as Mangiapane makes his way in. And the Canadiens go the other way. It's at least cleared for a moment. 11:40 to go in the second. Puck all the way deep. And Dobas is going to cover it up. Caps can't score on the power play. It's kind of concerning. It should be very concerning to Capitals fans. I am extremely impressed with Montreal for that series. I am extremely impressed with this backup goalie. What a good job by the Habs penalty kill. Very impressive. That crowd is going righteously nuts. But Montreal needs to find a way to beat Logan Thompson. And if they can do it soon, the way the arena will absolutely erupt. Caulfield from the top of the dot. Puck down in front of LT, and the Habs could not find it. McMichael sends it. He just tried to elbow Caulfield. That should be a hold. Somehow, how are you calling these other two penalties, but you don't call that tackle a hold? Obnoxious officiating in this game. Goalie kicks it up. Big shot, big tip, misses the net. And we finally have a penalty on Washington. It's about time. That could have easily been a 5-on-3 just off that play. How that was not a hold, I do not understand. Absolutely insane right now. So Alexiev is going for interference on Heineman. No, I got that backwards. Nick Dowd, it was Dowd going for interference on Suzuki in front of the net. As I was reading that first one, I'm like, that doesn't sound right. And of course it doesn't. But this is the second Washington power play after Montreal has had 4 in a row. And there has been plenty to call on Washington. I can't believe the last 2 penalties, really. The high stick, both guys go up. It didn't look like the stick came within 4 inches of his face. And he throws his head back. I thought that was a very bad call. And then to call a hooking on the play that happened with Wilson. Again, it doesn't make sense to me. But it's been the officiating of the NHL for the entire season. So, surprised? No. Don't really have the energy to care at this point. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. Okay, let's do it. Supposed to get up and stretch. Figure if we do it enough, might actually start loosening up my legs and stuff and all that. That, I recommend doing it if you got the opportunity. It actually feels really good once you go to sit back down. But we are back with a Montreal power play. Haven't seen very many of these. Puck up at the point. Top of the low circle. Big shot from inside the low circle. Suzuki misses. Damn, I hit this seat a lot harder than I thought I was getting in a hurry. Up top. Down to the high dot. Back to the point. High dot. Top of the high circle. All the way down to the low dot. Back to the point. Big shot off the post and out of play. Phew. Suzuki yanked it well wide. And then with no look, man, he was looking past the whole way, got the shot down at the net, got it through. Just off. Ehlers, Suzuki. Suzuki gets kicked out. 40 seconds gone on the power play. Just about halfway through the second period. Shots are 12-6 Washington. And Washington clears it all the way down. Oof. Suzuki's got to go all the way across. Getting a little shaky with their puck control. Slafkovsky barely slips through, but he makes it down to the low dot, trying to got to feed it to the front. They do, and they score. Slafkovsky out in front of the net. The man's a head taller than everybody going to congratulate him. But Montreal ties up the game. And what Washington has not been able to do, the Canadiens capitalize on. Oh, yeah. 0 for 4 on the power play for Washington. 1 for 2. Demidov saw Slafkovsky the entire way. And so everybody's watching him. Slafkovsky's just waiting. They get it out front, and he buries it past Thompson. That is huge on the power play, tying it up 1-1 halfway through the game. And now Canadiens feeling some new life. But they lose it at the blue line as Strom heads the other way. Oh, good pressure, though. All the way down. We got Washington screaming delay a game. I guess we'll see what ends up happening, but nobody was calling it a penalty except for Washington, but I'm very curious because they were more animated than usual. We got ourselves a hockey game. All right, let's take a refreshed look at these stats. Shots on goal are 12-6 Montreal. What am I saying? Sorry. Shots on goal are 12-6 Washington. 54.8% of faceoffs are going to Washington. 0 for 4 on the power play. Canadiens, 1 for 2. Hits are 14-12 Washington. So we are seeing a totally different game than the last game, which with a lot of the extracurricular stuff, that's fine. But Montreal is like not, neither side is wanting to hit anybody. So I got to go back to what I've said a million times, I know, but they had to get warnings. Like after the fight, they had to get warnings. Giveaways are 5 apiece. Takeaways are 3 apiece. And Montreal's only shot on goal this period is the one that happens to go in. See, now I don't trust this, and I got to keep constantly refreshing it and checking it just to make sure. All right. Oh. It really, like, I got it just loud enough to listen to the commentators. And they're just talking about how it was 44 seconds on a 5-on-3, followed by a minute 16 on the power play. Canadians get out of that, get on their own power play, and make it a 1-1 game versus what could easily have been at least 2-0, possibly 3-0. But honestly, Washington kind of sucks on the power play tonight for some reason. I think the reason is that Montreal is doing a fantastic job, and I think they figured something out. Because it's rough for Washington to go 0 for 4. The great pressure sends the puck back the other way. Dude, Montreal has just been fantastic tonight. And they've been able to do it without all the dirty shit that came with last night. I said Washington has just happened to look better. But not by much even. Or not even actually. You know what? That first goal, it wasn't like Washington just absolutely destroyed. It's puck came slowly over to Dobes and Dobies, however you say it. And he gave it a light kick rather than covering it. Like, the Montreal goal looked way better than the Washington goal. I will say, this bag-up goalie is the only reason it's really not 6-1 right now. Dude, Washington getting stopped way out high. Ovechkin tries to turn and shoot, and he doesn't even come close to the crease. Coming back the other way. Washington's going to head right back out. I got who is Slavkovs? Okay. Canadians in. Low point. All the way up high. High dot. Middle high. Goes way offside or way off the net. Like, I wasn't even close. Goalie gets in. Suzuki chasing it down. And it goes up and out. Face-off is going to be to the left of Logan Thompson. .728 to go in the second. Shots are 13-6 as the face-off comes to the left of Logan Thompson. Canadiens win it. Taking it down behind the net. Trying to twist. Falls down as he goes over to the wall. Leonard's going to catch it and get it out with Mangiapane chasing it deep. Canadiens get there first. Good Lord, I'm tongue-tying myself. Ehlers passes it back behind the net. There's a big hit down low in the corner. Little bit of a get-together in front of the net. Mangiapane's down on the ice. Dude decided to just lay on top of him. And, go figure, nobody liked that. Dude, this dude, number 72 for Montreal. I can't pronounce the name. Zakaj? I don't know. I don't like him. I that was a good hit. It's the extra. It's all the extra. He's the one causing a lot of the bullshit. Dude, Mangiapane and Leonard both got a face full of ice. That didn't look great. Mel, what's up? We grabbed a live over 4.5 after the first. I'm not going to lie to you. From what we're seeing, that may be a tight ticket, but I'm crossing my fingers with you. I hope you get this one. Demi came through earlier on the first game with he came in with a bet for shots. I forgot who it was. It was Nico. Earlier, like I said, oh sorry, my brain just went to mush again. This is the third game. Canadiens, the puck goes up in the air and it breaks the setup. Was that Strome? No, that was Alexiev doing a good job getting down. But yeah, so we've already had a little bit of winning happening. Hopefully we could get a little bit more today. Tipped in. Montreal going right at LT, and he gloves it. Man, what a game this is. This ended up being. I thought it would go very, very differently. I thought, I thought they probably got told, a little whisper in their ear about not doing stupid stuff, and that would be about it. But apparently, both sides have become like afraid to hit, which is I almost come to expect it. Fucking AirPod. Hang on. At least they. What just happened? Oh, I got to stretch out the legs more often. I don't do it nearly enough. Get the lower back all stretched out too. Ooh. All right. 5:51 to go in the second. Shots are 14-7 Washington. Caps win the faceoff to the right of Logan Thompson. Montreal able to get it back in, but Caps are going to keep it pretty safe. Get it all the way up. Big opportunity. Dowd gets to the high point, sends it all the way back down. And now we are everybody in the zone. They had numbers for a moment, didn't take advantage. Dowd to Chikrin. He goes wide. Radish looking. Gets up front. Dowd tried to just lift his skate and let it go off something. Puck all the way down. Canadiens finally able to get the zone cleared. Capitals are putting on a lot of pressure here late in the second period. But Montreal is handling it very well. And that's out of play. Face off at the center dot. Capitals win it. Puck all the way up. Gets into the Canadian zone. Battling for it. McMichael going at it with Carrier. Caps end up keeping it in. Sandin throws it down. Carrier and Wilson get tied up. Wilson just threw something at Carrier. Anderson takes the shot. LT makes the save. Wilson has it headed back the other way. Dubois taps it deep. Matheson able to get it up, and the Canadiens get it out. Matheson took a hit. There is definitely something going on back behind the play. We got a stoppage. Couldn't see anything, but the line judge went taking off that way. That was definitely a late hit. I mean, Wilson had a little bit of a late hit, and Anderson did. It's Anderson and Wilson. It was kind of a bullshit hit on Matheson that Wilson made, and then Wilson comes in Anderson comes in and stacks Wilson. I can agree with that argument. Should have been both. Power play number 5 for Washington. They've got to score on one of these. 3:55 to go in the second. I don't like. This game has been very poorly officiated in Montreal, heavily in favor of Washington. They're making up penalties to call on Montreal and then letting Washington get away with murder. There goes Carlson to the ref, like, hey, buddy, you forget what jersey I'm in? You're not supposed to call something that slows me down. What does I stick? Puck behind the Capitals net. Carlson into the zone. Gets it deep. Savard can't do anything with it. He just got boarded. How are we, like, what is going on right now? Savard 100% just got his face shoved into the boards because he got hit in the numbers, which is basically the definition of boarding. Then Armia looked like he got tripped. Battling down low. Ovechkin crossed the point. Sandin tries to get it down low. Big tip and a big save on the follow-up. Puck went all the way back to the boards. McMichael gets the rebound chance. And Dobis just shuts him down. What a find in a backup goalie. But, dude, Sandin absolutely just got boarded by Tom Wilson, and they didn't call it. Like, the officiating has been insanely lopsided. Like I said, it's one thing to have bad officials. It's another to have very inconsistent officials. And these guys have been very inconsistent. "38 seconds on the Capitals power play. Sandin up at the top. Throws it to the top of the high circle, down low. Back up to the top of the high circle. From the high dot, little shot. Doesn't make it through. McMichael unable to find a gap. Ooh. Okay, now I'm confused because I swear I just heard Wah, and I swear I heard them saying Roy because I thought it was Wah. Anyway, Mangia. Oh, that is a huge hit, and that is absolutely a penalty. Ovechkin may be getting ejected. I got to see. I don't know. I do not know for sure if he hit him in the head. Evans is up and walking away. Right now, that's got to be a 5-minute review. It may be a clean hit, though. This is huge. Oh, that's a headshot 100%. Gone. Ovechkin out. And at least a game suspension. He rocked him straight to the dome. Show it again. Stop showing the reaction. Let's see the replay. That looked shoulder to head 100%. I mean, it's blindside. He's off balance. How is that not even reviewed for a 5? I guess he did hit his shoulder. It looked to me like he hit him straight in the head. Like, that's the only reason I'm saying what I'm saying. If he hit his shoulder, fine. Then interference it is. But this is another one where NHL player safety is going to be under the gun. Because as far as I've seen, they haven't suspended Kachuk. Big shot, and he goes in. He beats Logan Thompson inside the post. Montreal takes the lead with 1:28 to go in the second, following the interference penalty on Ovechkin. And in my opinion, like I said, it's lucky he got 2 minutes because I thought he hit him in the head. They only showed the replay once, though, so I didn't get a good look. The big one is, though, like, that's an interference like what Hagel got suspended for. So far, Kachuk ain't getting suspended, and I doubt Ovechkin will be, but for Hagel to be, that set the precedent, and now NHL player safety, they're not staying consistent. That was a hell of a shot. Demidov from the low wall. It fed all the way around. That was Demidov to Hudson over to Caulfield, who just buries that shot. Scoring for the Montreal Canadiens. Cole Caulfield with a power play goal. Assisted by Hudson and Demidov. Lennon and Gooley going at it. Oh, yeah, we're going to have some fun in the third period, y'all. Shit, this just got good. All right, face off to the right of Dobis. Puck out. Montreal getting it in the zone. We're at 1 minute to go in the second period. Capitals cross neutral. All the way in. Good sticks by Montreal. We're sending the puck back the other way. Dump and chase. Totally fine. Oh, pass. Oh, great pass from the high wall under pressure. Gets to the front of the net, but the tip just goes wide. Does not connect. Crazy effort from Montreal this game. Seriously. Proving they can do what they did last game without being too dirty. A couple bullshits. Big shot from Washington. It goes back to the high wall. He keeps it in. Throws it back wide of the net. I think it actually got there and went off a stick. 3, 2, 1. Boom. We are going into second intermission with Montreal taking the lead late in the second period. Absolutely insane. I really, really did think that Washington would play a lot different than they've played. I thought they would be a lot more physical, a lot more aggressive, and they have not been. But more importantly, this backup goalie for Montreal has been outstanding. Absolutely impressive. That pays for my skip. Uh, all right. Once we get casted out. Oh. Alrighty, so what are we expecting in the third period? My thinking is Washington is now really pissed off. Clear, I mean that hit from Ovechkin was bullshit. That's been a lot more than 2 minutes in other games recently. So I'm not sure why he gets away with it. Like I said, NHL is setting a very bad precedent by saying Hagel gets suspended, Kachuk doesn't, Ovechkin doesn't, and all three of them are the same hit. So, like I said, it is what it is, but that's not the way it should be going. You care about player safety to the point of suspending a guy that hits Barkov, but protect your money when it's Kachuk and Ovechkin. I just thought, like I said, I don't think any of them should have been a suspension. They all should have been 2 minute interference penalties. However, the NHL is the one that started it. So, you know what I mean? Capitals are just, they do not have the ability. Let's see. Yeah. What are they now? 0 for 5 on the power play? The Washington Capitals are 0 for 5 on the power play. Are you serious? Like, shout out to Montreal, man. They have been fantastic. Like I said, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed by the backup goalie. Very impressed by their defense. Like, all six guys, except for 72. I'm not a fan of him. But everybody, the defense has been, their defensemen have been the most active players so far. And they have been doing a very good job. Like, what does Washington need to do to win this game? Score on the power play. What does Montreal need to do to win this game? Don't let Washington get a power play. And then also, Washington needs to stay out of the box because Montreal's starting to dial in. So what? Hang on. So what are we thinking? I'm thinking we're gonna end up with a with Montreal winning 4-1. Damn it! I'm gonna lose at least one of these fish. Hey, I got all three. Nice. All right, 12 minutes. So, like I said, I'm trying to think about. I just need one Caps goal to cash the over 4.5. Yeah. Wait. Really? Okay. Oh yeah, true. My brain, I totally just shut down for a second there. You're right, because that guarantees 5 goals. I gotta admit, that may actually be very very tough because Dovis has been outstanding, and Montreal's doing a really good job right now. But I think you'll get it. I said it's either gonna be 4-1 or like 4-2, 5-2, something like that. I really do see it happening. Ugh. Oh man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be pretty worn out for Edmonton LA, but I'm kind of excited to see what happens in that game. I'm a little more bought in because that's gonna decide the second round. Us in Minnesota versus those two. I'm really hoping. I really hope we beat Minnesota, but I don't think we'll beat LA. I don't think we'd beat Edmonton. Skinner being I mean, right now Skinner and Kempfer are letting up a lot of goals, so that's like the one saving grace. The problem is that we'd probably end up letting up a lot of goals, and then we wouldn't score because we just Vegas is struggling to score right now. Didn't mean to do that. Dude, I've got to say, I don't know of a more soothing game than this. It really is just kick back, relax, and enjoy virtual fishing. Just need a couple beers or a little bit of bourbon, and I'd be like Mr. Happy Man. Yeah, we got time to cast out a couple more. So what do we? I mean, we've talked about what's going on with this game. What are we thinking for Edmonton, LA? What's up, Mercs? How you doing, buddy? I kind of see, like I said, I don't see Edmonton losing in Edmonton, and it's annoying because I mean but they get the calls. And last game wasn't the worst I've seen. I expect to be screaming at the monitor tonight, especially the way the officiating's been all day today. I have a feeling it's going to be gross in Edmonton. You good? That's good, buddy. I'm doing all right. Real busy day of hockey today. So my brain's turning into mush. But so far it hasn't been bad. It's been St. Louis whooping up on Winnipeg. Um Carolina beating the Devils. Yeah, they whooped up on the Devils. I have a feeling we're about to get some real good excitement here. The chippiness is finally like all everybody was doing their best to mind their P's and Q's, but the guys are sick of the bullshit coming from both sides. Sucks to have to work tomorrow. Yeah, that's tough, brother. But 4 o'clock, we'll be here for Florida, Tampa, and then the 6:30 game is Colorado, Dallas. So we'll be here all night tomorrow. Whenever you manage to get out of there. All right, one more cast for each rod, except for the float rod. Oh, but like I said, Edmonton's gonna get the calls. They're gonna once they get one call, they're gonna push the line until something has to get called. Like I said, the only reason I say this is because of what I've seen all day. Officiating has been horrendous all day. So it's frustrating when you have complaints about teams you don't even like, man. Like usually it's like, haha, you got screwed, but I'm not even to that point yet. Seeing one more cast, yeah, I need to get myself start getting ready for work, right, D? Dude, it's hard, man. Like I got my timer up, so I'm looking and I'm like, all right, I mean 5 minutes. I should have enough time to get one more fish on each float rod. But that's the thing about this game. It's always like, let me catch one more fish. And then I look over and I'm like, well, I'm close to 100 pounds. So I might as well go over 100 pounds. Oh, so the Avs game already sick my stomach with nerves. I get it, Mel. Trust me, I do. That's kind of how I felt about. Not really, I guess. I get it. I mean, for me, it's one of those things where, it's only hockey. I used to get really invested to where it would just ruin my entire night when the like regular season games when the Knights lost, it would ruin my night. And so this year, being here to watch most of them live, especially when they get embarrassed, it's kind of taught me to be like, you know what? It's hockey. So I definitely get it, though. I definitely get it. So close to breaking a mill when I hit it before work. Damn. See, need to be able to drop equipment to each other like we do in Tarkov. It's like, I'll pay you back. Dude, make sure you get if you can, get a two-person boat. Help your boy out. All right, 3 minutes. One more cast out, and we'll go back because the game should be back by then, or at least close. Leave the hat off. It's making my head itch. There we go. Told you I could get another fish on each one of them. I need one LOL. Only thing that is gonna hold you back is the fishnet. Yep, what I'm using is like level 40 stuff to catch like sturgeon. Yeah. No, it's like I said, I can at least go up to like I'm stacking cash for a while, so I'll be okay for a little bit. I said 77. I've got like 8K, 6K, so I mean I'm over 80. I'll be like I said, I'll get. I don't think I could get the fishnet from here. Yeah, so I'll get the. Or actually, that's the thing. I don't. I think I may just hang out on on there for, like I said, a long time and stack up, because by the time I'm able to get the bigger fishnet, I might be able to get an even bigger fishnet. You know what I mean? I don't want to spend 61K on something that I'm just going to turn around and need a bigger one. So I'm hesitant to even get it on there. $40 ish. It's getting windy out there, man. Should be nice and cool tonight. All right, we're just waiting for a puck drop at this point. See, look, I could have caught another fish, man. What is this? What's up with this? Oh yeah, we're going down to 52 tonight. Hell yeah. All right, I guess we're only going down to 58 tonight. We were 52 this morning. Wind is a blowing, but we got another day that we're going to be in the 60s. We're expected to be in the 60s on May 4th in Vegas. That's wild. But we're staying under 90 for a little bit. And tomorrow is going to be a very busy day, because I've been having issues with my wrist, so any kind of press and like any bench, my wrist is killing me, and I can put like a third of the weight that I usually do on the bar, and it's absolutely just so much pain. So gave it a couple of weeks. Gave it about 10 days. Need to see if I can go back and get to it again without it absolutely killing me. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to be hurting tomorrow. And then going to enjoy the weather. I wanted to go for a walk and just cruise today, but decided to be here for all 4 games. Hot as hell here. Hope we get wind and rain soon. Hopefully on the days off. That would be nice. Yeah, it's been windy as hell the last couple of days. That's what's cooled it off out here. Love the windy days. Like on the cold winter days, it sucks. But when it starts getting warm, it changes the weather 20 degrees. Canadiens out of their own zone. Cross the red line. Getting it not deep, but a good follow-up, a slash. There it is. Tom Wilson should be getting another penalty, because that has to be a roughing. He just went up to Gallagher and wrapped him up from behind. Wrapped him around the neck. And now Dvorak and who was that? Chikrin were going at it. But what Wilson just did has been a penalty, and there was already a penalty going to Washington. You know what I mean? Yeah, Dvorak gets his stick slashed out of his hands. And then Gallagher just kind of shoves Wilson, and he does it like Wilson kind of wanted the smoke from Gallagher, and when Gallagher gave it to him, he got all pissed off. Now, don't get me wrong, Gallagher would absolutely get his shit pushed in. But, all right, so we do have... How is Tom Wilson not going to the box? It's Chikrin and the slash, which looks like Carlson. But Tom Wilson started all that nonsense, and it's 2-1. Whatever. I don't understand the refereeing of this game. The officiating of this game, again, has been horrible. They're in Montreal absolutely shitting on the Canadiens. Capitals trying to get it out. They do. Suzuki at the low point. Couldn't keep it in. All the way back. Hudson heading up from behind his net. Gets it up to the Slavkovsky. Suzuki across the blue line. Go up high on the high wall. Suzuki gets it in the corner. Tries to get it back, and it's up in the low point, midpoint. High circle, top of the high circle. Tried to get it to Caulfield on the low dot and just misconnected. Great opportunity, but they miss. Waited too long to try and get it to the high dot. Down on the baseline. Couldn't get the feed through. Got it through the crease. Could not connect with it. Puck up at the top of the circles. Down low, Caulfield. And LT makes a great save. I thought Caulfield beat him on the post. Dude, the officials are sick of this. The judge wearing 81 almost fell over, grabbing the jersey and trying to shove whoever that was back. Kind of want to see it. Didn't see it again. Face off to the right of LT. 1:02 to go on the Montreal power play. All the way back out. Montreal resetting. Matheson. 18:10 to go in the third. 45 to go on the power play. Canadiens setting it back. Charging in across the blue, across the red, across the blue, into the zone. And they're just resetting. Or setting up. Matheson across the point. Puck ends up down low. Back up the low board from center up high from the high dot. Does not connect the shot to the net. Little throw at the net goes off a body. That was pretty good discipline. That could have easily been a boarding. It ended up being good pressure below the net. All right, last entry with a man advantage. Let's see if they do anything with it. Matheson gets it up. Canadiens in, wrapping around, trying to feed it out front. Big shot. Goes wide of the net. We're at full strength. One shot on goal on that power play. Radish dips it in. Canadiens get it out. I appreciate it, Mercs. The game is absolutely very, very entertaining. I was not expecting this in any way. Seriously. This has been, like I said, it's one of those where the ref should have called a couple of different things, a couple of different ways, but it is what it is at this point. The backup goalie for Montreal has blown my mind 100%. Shout out to him. Ooh, good little moves. Beat Ovechkin. Canadiens get in. Suzuki to the point. There's a big shot. Goes wide of the net. Back to the low circle. Suzuki throws it across. I really appreciate that. That makes me want to stay and keep doing it, man. That's what. But no, this game has been. It's like, that's on me. I wasn't sure what you meant. But no, this game has been fantastic. Slafkovsky gets it down into the low corner. Montreal trying to get... That should have been a penalty. Leonard just cross-checked the shit out of somebody. How did they just... What is going on right now? My mind is blown at the calls and lack of calls in this game. Mangiapane gets it in. Little battle for it in the high corner. Leonard goes for another cross-check. This time he was too far away. I mean, Leonard just cross-checked the hell out of him dead in front of the ref. My kids are treating tonight. Let him stay up a little bit for this game tonight. Nice. That's awesome, man. I said, those are the memories that stick with the kiddos. So that's great. Puck all the way up on the high wall just across the blue line. Capitals going back the other way, and that's offsides. How is that not offsides? What is... I can't believe how... Like, the calls have been horrible all game, but the missed calls in this period have been obnoxious. I actually, like I said, this is one of those games either way, I really don't care. This has not been a fair game. Ooh, good little move. Puck up the high wall. Stopped at the point. Tries, bouncing puck, hits down low, swing and a miss. It's allowed right now. That's how entertaining it is. That's awesome. Like, 1.5 hour past their bedtime, but the game is entertaining. Let them stay up. No, that is, like I said, these are the memories that stick with the kiddos, man. Big shot, missing the net off the glass. But no, that's the stuff that I remember from my childhood. Big hit by Tom Wilson. He just murdered Carrier. Holy cow. This is what I expected from the Washington Capitals. And they score. Holy wow. Well, there you go, Mel. There's your over. Good call on that. Dude, Tom Wilson just killed the man. And then a bouncing puck, and it looks like McMichaels ends up finding it up front. He's pointing, so I don't know if he actually ended up getting it or if Duhamel finished it off. He's pointing at Duhamel. Gash it. Hey, damn right, Mel. Damn it works. Let's go. Just all kinds of different reactions happening up and down the line. I love it, man. What a game this is. You have to be kidding me, dude. Hey, it was bound to happen, man. I mean, I didn't expect it to happen like that, but they were basically a man down after Wilson decapitated Carrier. Like, that was a hit. $13.25 left to go in the third. Shots are 17-11, and we got a tie game. What I taught you. Okay, time to group and score, Habs. Exactly. That's all they got to do. This is absolutely wild. And again, shout out to Mel for cashing in. Demi came through cashing in. We're on a win streak today. Big hit down low. Oh, this is what I'm here for. Oh, you did not get hit in the face. I don't believe you. I just flat out do not believe you. Who is that, McMichaels? McMichael? Montreal going to empty the net? 12:37 to go in the third? I don't think so. Honestly, if anything, I think Washington's going to have to pull the goalie. No, sorry. I meant that I think Washington. I think Logan Thompson's going to end up in the bench in the last couple minutes of the period. I think Montreal's going to score again, and then Washington will have to empty the net. But scoring for the Washington Capitals, Brandon Duhamel with an assist from Chikrin and Van Riemsdyk. Damn game is crazy. I'm saying, Mercs, this is wild. Like, this is what I'm here for, bro. This is the playoff hockey that I came to watch. I think it's going into OT, but we'll see. Hey, it very well may. Like I said, that's 2 rough rebounds on the replacement goalie for on Dobis. Replacement goalie for Montreal. Just 2 pucks that hit and go straight up. Or that they don't go anywhere. They hit and they basically end up in front of him. And twice he's had to pay the consequence of that. But otherwise, he has been outstanding. So yeah. Oh no, man, they'll sleep eventually. Yeah, my wrist is killing me. Tomorrow's still going to be rough. Puck all the way down. Weird bounce. Puts it on Dobis. But, guys, Tom Wilson killed a man. And it was actually a clean hit. I still am just like, that's what I expected Tom Wilson to do in the third period last game. That's what I expected to do all game today. But finally, he just went in and smashed, and it led to a goal. Face off to the right of Dobies. Goalie gets it out. Anderson tries to get it on net. He does. Wait. Oh, Anderson sends it wide of LT and wide of the net. Caps able to get it out. Cross the red into the zone. Shot off to the high corner by Dobis. Just goalie taking dude down. I'm not sure how that wasn't a hold, but he just drops the hammer. Big shot. LT gets the stop. Stick prevents the rebound. Strome up. Sandin in. All the way around. He catches the end of a check. Puck comes in on Dobis. He's going to catch it and freeze it. 11.5 to go in the third. Shots are 21-12. Washington. Damn it. I didn't mean to do that. All right. Waiting for the face-off still. Montreal having a conversation before we go and face off. Ow. What is going on, man? Washington wins it. Quick shot goes over the glass. Puck down into the low corner. Montreal kicks it back, and now they're going to have a little bit of space to clear. Into the cap zone. All the way across. Should have just one-timed it. The shoots, goes wide. He had a chance to go back up high. I mean, Caps have a little bit of time to set up, but the Russian shots from the point. And the Habs dump it deep. Go for a change. Capitals headed the other way. Caulfield keeps it in. Shot. Tip. Man, Caulfield did a great job twice to set up an attack. And LT doing great. Capitals defense looking okay. We've got ourselves, like I said, we've got ourselves a hockey game here. This has been exciting from start to finish. Well, first period was not what I expected. Again, first period was like, oh, guys don't want to get in trouble. And slowly, more guys were less worried about getting in trouble. Okay, so that was Chikrin that made a good stop with the leg. Face off to the left of Thompson. Dubois, Suzuki. Suzuki wins it. Canadiens at the point. Shot goes wide. Little battle on the low wall. Canadiens end up with it, trying to get it low. They finally do. And the puck goes out of play. That's what I call playoff hockey. It really is, isn't it, Mercs? We're catching a very short lull right now as a lot of stoppages, but good. We need a little break. This has absolutely been crazy. And like I said, I'm curious to see what happens. Because, again, I haven't seen if anything happened to Tkachuk. But if Hagel got suspended, that means Tkachuk should get suspended. And Ovechkin should get suspended. Now, I don't believe any of them should have been suspensions. But if you're going to start with Hagel, you got to follow through with Tkachuk and Ovechkin. Because all three of those were the same hit. Capitals win the faceoff, take it up the high board, dump it across neutral, and it goes out of play. Good grief, man. These stoppages are killing me. Oh, I wish I could take your spot so you get a rest. Honestly, Mercs, I appreciate that, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like I said, I'm dragging ass. I'm fumbling. I'm getting all confused and stuff, but that's just part of the fun. Mangiapane circling around his own net. Good pressure, but he leaves it back for Van Riemsdyk. Gets it all the way up across the red. We got an opportunity for the Capitals and great defensive play. Might have gotten away with holding a stick at the end of it. I'm looking for a number. I can't tell who it was that made that play. That was Gooley. Gooley has been all over the ice. That was a bit of a hook on the Capitals. That don't matter. Dude, what a hustle play by Heineman. Getting the puck down low. Gooley tries to help. Capitals are going to... puck gets sent around the Capitals net. Van Riemsdyk has it down low. All right. Capitals get it out. 2-on-2. Strome trying to circle around the net. He tries to kick it out high. Hits a skate. Montreal headed back the other way. Trying to pitch it out. And Logan Thompson, gee whiz, gets in the air and catches the pop-up. Dude, that hit was so disgusting. Oh my goodness. Like I said, everybody knows I'm not a Tom Wilson fan. I think he's been better lately, but I still have no respect for I have respect for his game, but that's as far as it goes. He's a great hockey player. I wish he wasn't the guy he is though. The guy he's been his whole career. Lately he's been fine. I have no hate on him for what happened last night. That was or 2 nights ago, last game. That was Montreal all the way. But watching Tom Wilson make clean hits is great. It doesn't happen often because he's a dirty bastard. But when like a hit like that, this is what I'm here for. Like I said, I watched St. Louis Winnipeg this morning. That was not the same St. Louis versus the same Winnipeg that I watched for game 2. Because the first period of game 2 was mass destruction. He must be fine now, I guess. Yeah, he did get hurt. They ended up putting in Lindgren. Couldn't tell what was hurting him. But he was at morning skate this morning, and he seems to be doing all right. I mean, he gave up the 2. He got beat on the real tight on the post. I think twice actually. He's getting beat trying to seal the post. It's a problem he's had forever. Him and Hilly both had that same issue. It used to piss me off, man. Getting tight on the post, but just not tight enough, leaving enough of a gap. So Carrier went back into the locker room. I didn't realize that. That's huge. That shortens the bench a little bit for Montreal. 8:40 to go in the third period. Montreal controlling. Feeds it up high to the point. Thrown towards the net. Stopped by, I believe, the blocker of Logan Thompson. Oh, got to get the back all stretched out. Oh. Pass back opportunity. Logan Thompson makes the big save. Matheson up high. Gets it all the way down and around. Below the net. Back up to the point. Ooh, and a little bit of a misplay. Gets it out of the zone. These guys, Washington is looking a little slow right now. Canadians seem to have a little bit more energy. Little move. Caulfield gets it in, but it's kicked right back out. Capitals get it into neutral. Montreal out of their own zone. Can't get it past the red line. Washington has figured out how to set up in neutral a little bit. Good move. Big shot. Big save. Capitals in the Montreal zone. Wall. Down to the dot. Chikrin trying to feed it through. Puck ends up in the low corner. Chikrin sends it down and around. It's Washington's turn to set up. And Strome flubs it. Puck ends up back out of the zone all the way in front of Logan Thompson. And now Waz behind LT. Yeah. Oh, big collision down into the high corner. Montreal headed back the other way into the low corner of the Washington zone. Alexiev puts on a good body. Helps get the puck out. Leonard, great job. Great hit. Gallagher with a great hit as the back check came through to disrupt. Man, everything about that was great. I can't wait to watch it again. Goalie behind his own goal. Canadiens all the way into the zone. Pass up to the high circle. Comes down to the low point. All the way back out. Matheson couldn't keep it in. Under pressure. Gets it around. Good job by McMichael. And Washington can't keep it in. Good. Winning a foot race. Did a good job. Couldn't quite get it deep in the zone. Who was that? I want to try and remember some of these guys because a lot of the Canadians are looking really good right now. That was Evans. Suzuki behind his own net, heading out the other way. He kicks it back. Matheson takes it across into the zone. Hit him. He puts a little bit of a hit on Chikrin, who's already glued to the wall. Washington going back the other way. Radish gets in, leaves it back to McMichaels. He sends it to Dowd. Dowd goes all the way across to Chikrin from the middle to the low dot. Carlson sends it back around. Radish goes even higher to Dowd. Back up to the high point. Carlson sends it down deep behind the Montreal net. See Caulfield able to swat it out. 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the game. Puck all the way down and around in the Montreal zone. Montreal is able to get it. Ooh, might have waited a little too long. Nope, they're able to get it out. Chucked all the way down. No icing. Van Riemsdyk behind his own net, headed back out. Washington into the Montreal zone, headed up the gut. Big shot, and he scores! Mangiapane buries it past Dobis. He just got let right into the zone. That's so shitty of me. I shouldn't have done that. Washington scored. Not Montreal. That was a great shot by Mangiapane. The pass from Van Riemsdyk gets it right up to the middle, and all three guys are glued to, I think Strome is the one who caught that pass from Van Riemsdyk, and all three stayed with him while Mangiapane had got left to go one-on-one, and he just buried it. Washington Capitals up 3-2, 3:37 to go in the third period. Scoring for the Washington Capitals, Andrew Mangiapane, assisted by Strome and Van Riemsdyk. Into the Habs zone. They're trying to get it up. Oh, big contact down on the blue line. Both sides kind of got the equal amount. Oh, up close. And Dubois can't get it past Bodis. Dobis? Dobis, not Bodis. Dobis. Canadiens. Hey, you were right, Demi. To answer your question, Demi, yes, Montreal is going to empty the net. It's just a matter of time. Be big if they could score here. And LT sees the puck the whole way, gets the glove save. And we are at commercial break. So once this game ends, we'll do the same thing we did last time. Take a few minutes and oh, what just happened? I don't know what just happened, but my feed went away. But anyway, we're going to take some time and come back. We might be a minute or two late into the Edmonton LA game, but I want to take some time, stretch out a little bit, and we'll come back for Edmonton LA. So we'll have a quick stoppage, reset, come back on a new stream. I would like them to be honest with you. I'd rather see them. I'd rather see an overtime game. That just sounds like fun right now. It would be nice to see. Like I said, I want to see the Habs tie it up. I just think it'd be more interesting going back to Washington 2-2. If you're asking if I see it happening, no, not really. But it is possible. And it is over. Yeah. Yeah, Demi. That's just another name for the Canadiens. Well, that one's over. Just a weak play. That was Hudson. It was just, I mean, that was a great play by the Caps for sure. They sent too high to attack him. That was risky, but it worked out. But Hudson just made a weak pass at the blue line. And that's that. We go back to Washington where the Capitals were more than likely end the series at home. Canadiens. Sorry, I'm starting to get a little disconnected, but Canadiens emptied the net again. And they're stopped out high. They can't get the puck to Thompson right now. Caulfield down on the low wall looking, gets it to the baseline. Low wall, and it's out of the zone. There you go, Mel. Right on the money again. Good stuff. Minute 40. We're watching this just to watch it at this point. Canadiens can't keep it in again. Canadiens fans say I have no idea why I'm an Ice fan, but I just say that because it's shorter. Right? Money, money, Capitals. You said it, Hulky. This is in no way the game I expected after what we saw. Got to make some more money now on Oilers Kings. That's what I'm saying. And Tom Wilson puts one in just to make sure it's over. 54 seconds to go. Yeah, Mel, let's go make some more money. As for us, we are going to lock it up. Going to get the kids to bed. I'll be back for the next game. Sounds good, Mercs. I'm going to wrap up. We still got about a minute. Yeah, Demi. Everybody, man. We are, what an insane day of hockey. Good grief. I did not expect this. I really didn't. But here we are. So, with that being said, I am going to take some time to relax, again, stretch out, get the back loose, grab a drink, grab a snack. We're going to end this stream. Keep an eye out for the next one. I'm going to try and do it as close to starting time, which will probably be closer to about 6:40. So I'll keep an eye on the game, keep an eye out for that notification. And we got game 4. Long day today, but it has been an awesome day. A lot of really great hockey. So game 4 for today is game 4 for the Kings and the Oilers to see if we go back to LA tied up or if LA is going home to try and clinch it. My opinion, Oilers are tough to beat in Edmonton. They get a bunch of calls. They get even more in Edmonton. Sue me. We'll see how it goes. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be back in probably about 10 minutes, and we'll be going live for Edmonton, LA. See you guys.